Well, hello. Good afternoon this Saturday. Correction, this Sunday. Hope you have had a great weekend. Hope you've rested up. If not, well, we got about an hour and a half flight for you to help out. We are sitting in a rather different place than we usually start off at in the States. We're actually over in Europe. We're sitting at Charles de Gaulle, also known as Roissy airport, and we're going to head down to Nice, south of France. So I hope you enjoy the flight. We are in the ToLiss A330-900 Neo, and overall, I do like this plane. We all know the one quirk that really, kind of gets under our skin. We'll see it real quick, and it will get under yours. Beyond that, though, it's not a bad plane. I just don't fly it a lot, so I have some troubles in that department. But overall, it's a really good plane. We're flying uh, for Kuwait Airways. Reason being, I looked up on FlightAware, put in A330-900. This was the shortest flight I could find in it. So I thought, hey, what the heck? Let's do it. So pretty scientific way of doing things. So, um, but yeah, as you can see, we're also at terminal, I believe, oddly enough, and I'll get to the oddly part here in a second. Terminal 1, gate Z08. How can you be Terminal 1 with gates at the end of the alphabet? Oh well, them French. They know. Who knows? But I find it kind of funny. But I like the parking over here a lot better. I kind of like how you pull in. It almost looks like you could pull out, but you can't. You still got to get pushed. But anyway, it's a neat. I mean, I would love to see this thing from afar. No, I mean, this looks like an unbelievable airport to ever visit. So we are not using Map Enhancer, just for those that are about to ask. Two reasons. One, I'm not certain how it will act with my computer. And two, I kind of like out of the box. I know many of you go for the eye candy, hence the other sim. But I go for the aircraft and the performance and what it looks like outside. I mean, this looks great to me. Is it real? I have no idea. I've never been to Paris. And I'll be honest, chances are I'll never be in Paris. So now I might be in Paris, Texas, Paris, Kentucky, but Paris, France, that's a good chance not going to happen. Well, for one, you go, well, you could win the lottery and go, yeah, but you got to play the lottery to win the lottery. Huh? So, I just have a hard time letting loose with money, knowing it isn't going where they say it's going right into the politician's back pocket. So that's why we don't play it. So we are going to have some fun. Now, we've got a lot of work still ahead of us, but I have gotten many of the steps ready to go. You watch the caterers head out of here. Now we're going to, well, you know what? Let's just get in the cockpit and just see what we can see. Actually, we're going to start here. You can see a lot of activity, even on VATSIM, out of one of the busier airports in the world. Obviously not the quote the busy airport. I mean, I don't even still understand how Atlanta holds that when I look at places like Heathrow, Hong Kong, um, here at Charles de Gaulle, Frankfurt, and Amsterdam. I don't know how they do it, but hey, not me making the numbers. So, or cooking the books. I mean, I'm sorry, making the numbers up. So, I don't know. But I mean, to me, this is just incredible, the amount of business in Europe. I mean, look at Tokyo. My gosh, most of the aircraft are heavies because there's that many people flying. So, they don't just put heavies in there for the fun of it. Yeah, they got distance to fly sometimes, but my God, the amount of people that travel in the Far East is unbelievable. So, but anyway, we're looking out the window, watching some traffic depart. Let's look out the other side. And I mean, overall, texture-wise, the aircraft's great. Now, we get here, this becomes more of the person who made the textures. So, but the fact that it's here, like I've always said, it's amazing because when you fly FSX and simulators prior to that, this was never a thing unless somebody had the Mondo Kondo computer that could launch nuclear missiles that could handle what the graphics. Now they've made it to where the graphic cards can easily handle them. Plus the graphic cards are like quadrupled what they were back then. So, all right, so we're back up here. Now let's get it over with. Here's the part that makes everyone a little not happy with this plane. The texturing up here, yeah, could be a lot better. But let me caveat, I don't know how to tell them how to fix it. I can sit here and complain about it, but complaining won't fix the issue. And I can't find good enough pictures of the real aircraft. For all I know, the real aircraft, I've run into this many times where the real aircraft is just like this. Even in when I want to complain to explain your clouds just look horrible at flight level. And guess what? I board a plane and fly above that flight level and the clouds look the same. Can't complain when reality is what we see on the sim. So anyway, so like I said, for all I know, I'm sure it's a little better than this, but it may very well look like this. So I don't fly the plane for a living. I've never even seen one up close. I've seen an A330-900 up close, but not in the cockpit. So, but that's a different version. That was back in 2001. These weren't even around then. So, all right. So that's the big caveat. We got this to deal with. So while we're here, hang on. Many of you, wait a minute, I'm going to do it again because, many of you live for this sound. Why? I don't know. But you live for it. There you go. And now we'll fire the APU up. All right, let's get going. We've had enough fun. APU master's on. We're waiting for the flap open indication on the lower ECAS. And then we'll get things in high gear. We've got the flight plan loaded. We've got the weights loaded. We're just waiting for you all to do the performance side of the house. All right. I may want to move that up just a smidge. I don't like doing that, but it might help in the future. Okay, so the APU is on. We'll watch it spool up. Shouldn't take long. And then we're off. Inuasuk, welcome aboard. Hey, thanks for the biddies, and now I know why I don't hear them. You got to turn the alerts on, Captain. There they are. I'm going to get better stuff on here. I'm starting to get better ideas of what I want for each of the different alerts. So that'll be coming here soon. Of course, I've got the learning curve, but, you know, we have learning curves and everything. Okay, the APU's up and running. All right, let's click that bleed on. All right, everything looks good. Capiche. APU generators on. By the way, dark switches. Now, when they're off or when you push them to do something, they light up. Otherwise, if they're dark, they're in the position they should be. If I'm saying it correctly. But, you know, the more I look at this panel, the more oh man. All right, so the APU is running. Let's just get going. Emergency lights are armed, no smoking. Yeah, we got to look at it. Let's do it. All right, they can start throwing the peeps on now. We'll go ahead, kick the fuel pumps on just so we don't forget and go, why aren't you lighting off? Oh, man. All right, so the bleed's on. Okay, gen's on. Everything looks good. Okay, so nav lights in 2, strobe lights on. Should come on with the either in-flight emergency, IFE, or in-flight entertainment. Yeah, I always wondered about that switch in the 737s and forgot they do have in-flight entertainment sometimes. No, doesn't involve polls or anything like that, folks. Sorry. We're going to leave it at that. So we're on the external, we're on the APU, so we can turn these off. All right, no smoking, and we'll go ahead, kick the seatbelt sign up and on. APU's running, radios, let's get those set up and ready to go. Now, there really is no easy camera for this position, so I do it on my own. Okay, 122.8, 121.5, they don't use CTAF in Europe, so we just run on Unicom, as far as I know. VHF is set. ATC, where are you? There you are. That's the thing we need to go to mode C, which is this one. There we go. Normal. Standby for the moment. Transponder code 2000 for the moment. And back to VHF. Not to be confused with VH1. Okay, fire test, ATIS, clearance, squawk, and initial climb will be set. McDo is set up to perf page. All right, so we're about ready to get that rolling. All right, let's just put the brakes for a moment here. Hit Elevatech. Okay, looks like there could be some weather. Keyword could be. Looks like it's west of our route, although down here by Legra Lightam, we may run into some. Beyond that, we're headed to the Med, folks. From what I've always heard, what a place to go to. It's a big vacation area down on the Med. I'm sorry. Let me get into the proper European terminology. Holiday area. I love that term versus vacation. I really do. I really like that term. All right, so today's flight. 1 hour, 7 minutes, 480 miles, 102 on the cost index, and flight level 390. By the way, this is a real-world flight. The flight continues. I think it goes to Kuwait after Nice. I don't think there's another stop. And the numbers are pretty close. And you know what? Let's just give it a try. LFPG. Enter. And I'm getting nothing. So yeah, there's no CTAF over here. All right, so there you have it. There's the route. There's Nice. We're going to come in on the ILS 4 left. Yankee, I think it is. So let's pull that away. And pull that away. There we go. All right, for the performance, let's go up to takeoff. And we're going to go 9 right. I think that's correct. Yep, we're going to go off the right side. Winds, we're using different winds, but I'm going to go ahead and plug in what we got. This is all close enough. 58 at 11, yeah. Temperature 23, 1021 equals, I believe, 315. We'll adjust. Dry runway, no need for anti-ice. Now, if that was 23 degrees Fahrenheit, that'd be a whole different story. That's coming to an airport near you in the Northern Hemisphere in the next 2 to 3 months. Sorry to remind y'all. All right, CG, oh, takeoff. Yeah, that probably right. Well, we're on a 13,000 foot runway. We'll flex it. Flaps 1, flex at 74 degrees, and we'll go for V1 in this V1 rotate and V2 in that range. Up 2.6 on the horizontal stabilizer, and flaps we will hope to have up by 218. All right, let's transition over to the FMC McDo. Uplink. Now you can do it this way too. And there actually is another way. You can click here. Wait a minute, I think I clicked wrong. Data, function, function again. Am I into functions? There we go. And you can pull your data here. I'm just going to do it the easy way. Uplink. All right, we're talking 1021. Now, the reason it shows 1016 is because that's what's on the dash. Okay, we're saying the wind is 058, diagonal 16, right? How about a diagonal of 12? Okay. Winds dry, flaps 1. And don't worry about flex right now. Just click takeoff data request. And then we wait. Just like the real crew does. And then we wait some more. And then we wonder, did we really click it? And we still wait. Oh, here it is. Go ahead to received and clear. What you're seeing here is if we go what's called TOGA, takeoff go around power setting. We'll get to the air, hopefully we will, we'll try to, the Airbus power settings. A lot different than what the Boeing heads out there get to play with. Now we're going to click flex takeoff, verify 74, that's good. 148, 148, 149. I'm actually going to go 145 for V1. Oh, wait, not here. Okay, that all looks good. Insert it. Let me check what Black Box says about this airport. He has a lot to know. He has a great website out there, exclamation Black Box. And you too can find out some great information. LFPG. All right. We're going off 9 right. So 1900 feet. Maybe. 1900. Diagonal. Acceleration 3,400 feet. All right, you're going to play that game, huh? All right, and then if we lose an engine, what the acceleration speed for that is off 9 right, 1900 feet when we lower the nose and go for more speed. And all this is doing is making changes within, in the real aircraft, it would be in the computer boxes below the avionics, adjusting, you know, performances, fuel flows, all of those good things the computer does. For us, it does the same thing, but we don't have all of that. And they're calling transition 5000. All right, now we'll set 145 V1. And that's just going to get it back just a little. Gives us a little more than 3,600 feet of runway. Maybe 3,400 feet to get stopped if God forbid, we got a reject. And there you have it. Takeoff data set. Into the middle we go. Let's see here. All right. Pulling up my not my arrival, my departure. We have an initial climb at all. Pilots of turbojet aircraft follow the initial climb with the sharpest of precision practical to flight level 060. Now they don't have altitudes. Okay. All right, well. Oh, wait, initial climb, 12,000. There it is. Let me show the audience here. All right, so what I'm doing, first off, here's our departure. We're on the lower of the 2 north runways. We're going to fly out PG 91. Then both of the runways are on the same flow out. Initial climb, so they may clear us to flight level 390 per the SID. Now, be careful with that one, because you're not going to set 39,000 in that altitude window. You're going to actually set 12,000. And hope they remember. 1021. I'm going to go ahead and get that in there right now. See, that's why it said 1016 when we did it. All right, LS constraints. This is in case we have to come back. Same thing over here. I'll set them together. And then VOR, 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 VOR. Across the top, first 2 speed and heading are set, managed to the flight. Both speeds and heading with the dots showing. Now that we have numbers showing here, that's fine, but if there's a dot, then it's managed. So hang on, let's get up to 12. Only doing it because we are prime time right now over in Europe. There could very well be a controller coming up soon. Speak of the devil, there is one. Approach. So we'll have to switch over. I was wondering, why is it so quiet here? So that sometimes can clue you in. Someone's up here. We'll get that put in a minute. All right, green on the gear, down on the lever. Anti-skid and nose wheel steering on. Switching switches 12 o'clock north, and guess what? They are in the normal positions. Moving on down, put the second one, the co-pilot, on legs. And we will set 1, 2, 1. What is it saying? 155. All right, it is parked, ready to go. What else do we need? Cockpit lights, everything else, squawk clearance we'll be getting from Clarence in a minute. And our flight plans are entered. Cockpit lights set. I've already gone through and done that. We are ready. Beacon lights will come on when we're ready for startup. Fuel pumps are already up and running when the engines are up and running. We are going to go back over to the EFB ground services and get rid of our baggage loaders and close the back door. Close that back door. All right. Now, one thing I love about what ToLiss has done, they animate not only the air stair and that, but even that which has to go down to the ground to keep it stable. The leveling feet. Love how they've, they really, the only downside that they did, they forgot to put drivers in the trucks. So they're autonomous. So be careful taxiing. Scary world. Won't be long and we'll have autonomous cars. All right, we are ready to grab our clearance and think about getting out of here. Let me just, before I get too far along, let me take a look at the ATC. Let's do that. We can do that right here since you-know-who forgot to take it down. Go back. Departure, VATSIM. All right, game plan. Information Alpha. Expect 1E, 1N on your, ILSs. 1E, 1N, okay. Departures, 9 right, 8 left. Follow SID 6G, 6 Hotel. In use. I don't know if I have one for this. Transition level actually now 6,000. So let's adjust Mac do. Trust me, they will tell you if you did it early. Or they love having fun with you. 05012 1021. All right, ATIS is Alpha. Got it. All right, now we're going to remember to do this. And let's get this show on the road. Whoops. Got to use that one. Okay, let me, one other thing to check in with. So I know what to call these people. I know, don't leave it that wide open. Whoa. Who are these people? I don't show them on mine. Okay. Guys are not making this easy on me.
Soleil 4 to Quebec Sierra, bonjour. You are clear to your destination at the Public 2 Echo departure, runway 07. Initial climb, flight level 70. Correction, flight level 900 and squawk 1000.
Who? I hadn't talked yet. Do I have a call sign? Let me check.
Foxtrot 42, Quebec Sierra, route back is correct. Set at time 10.
Probably went the hard way to find it. I did. All right, we'll go the easy way.
One uniform Papa, continue present heading, descend altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1021.
Present heading, descend 4,000 feet, QNH 1021, advance forward uniform Papa.
Foxtrot 42, Quebec Sierra, push and start facing south, QNH 1021.
Kuwaiti, okay. Approach Kuwaiti 183, stand Zulu 09 with Alpha. Request clearance to Nice, France.
Kuwaiti 183, bonjour. You are cleared to Nice via the Latra 6 Golf departure, runway 09 right. Initial climb, flight level 120 and squawk 1000.
Okay, Kuwaiti 183 cleared via the Lima Alpha Tango Romeo Alpha. I believe I got the spelling. It's covered up on my screen. 6 Golf 09 right, 12,000 for takeoff, 1,000 for the box, and we're ready to push.
Kuwaiti 183, all back is correct. Push and start facing Western Alpha, QNH 1021.
Okay, push back west onto Alpha 1021 on the QNH, Kuwaiti 183.
Donc à l'approche, bonsoir, France Soleil 7116, tir Orly avec information Alpha, on demande une référence à destination de...
All right, here we go. Now, I could try these things. I actually crashed the desktop once, so that's why I don't. Okay, I'm going to just punch back over here, do this the easy way. Auto. 6 Golf? I'm going to have to look that one up. It's going to be the same, I'm pretty sure. Charts. SID. LAT. Oh, that's what I'm on. Okay. I was looking at Nisser. That's the problem, my arrival. Okay, we're good. Yeah, we're good. All right, beacon's coming on.
Vacated Zulu 5. Portugal 121 from Quebec, correction, Kilo 6, cross on 09 right, and after crossing hold short of
Okay. Push back.
06, cross 09 right, and hold short of Quebec, for
Run to cockpit, please show me where you want to go.
You know what? Hang on. We'll be right back with you. Sorry, folks. Where's Alpha? Pushback is Alpha's right.
Alpha 1 uniform Papa, turn left heading 180 degrees, speed 220 knots.
Let me look outside the plane. All right, so Alpha is here, and we are going to push back facing west. Okay, got it. Now I know what I'm doing.
Run to cockpit, please show me where you want to go.
Sierra, taxi straight ahead, hold by whiskey 37, runway 07, report ready.
Run to cockpit, tow is driving up.
We're cleared to push. APU bleed and all is on.
Portugal 121, taxi second right on Bravo, then November, hold short of Echo. Sir, can you repeat that for Portugal 121?
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Circle right onto Bravo, November, hold your echo, put the Anton. Air France 1 uniform Papa, the speed 200 knots.
Speed 200, Air France 1 uniform Papa.
Okay, we're about ready to push.
Now connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
France 1 uniform Papa, turn left heading 110 degrees, free speed, clear down approach, runway 08 right.
Left 110, free speed, clear down 08 right, Air France 1 uniform Papa.
France 42 Quebec Sierra, line up runway 07 and clear for takeoff, wind 050 degrees, 13 knots.
All right, here comes the fuel and light off.
Right on Bravo. Right on Bravo, put on top. Portugal 121, second left, taxiway November. Roger, second left, taxiway November, thank you. Air France 1099 en fréquence.
All right, number 2 is now available, so we'll start up number uno.
Gaulle approach. Bonjour, enfin bonsoir, Air France 1099.
Air France 1099, bonjour, transpondeur 1000.
Transpondeur 1000, Air France 1099.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Standby.
All right.
Transfer 42 Quebec Sierra, identify, climb flight level 140.
Quebec 142, France 42, Quebec Sierra.
All right, we are just awaiting for the full startup here. We're building pressure. Engines are up and running.
Bravo 14, continue taxi via November, Tango Bravo 1. Good evening. Stand Bravo 14 and continue taxi. Thank you very much. Yeah, just need the taxi instructions just to make sure you're going the right way. So taxi November and Tango Bravo 1. November Tango Bravo 1.
Oh, the one thing I remember. Now that's all over the place. All right, parking brake set, engines to normal.
Tow disconnected and bypass
APU
pin
bleed
removed.
off.
Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time on Have a Side Flight.
Une écho pour la 08, gauche, correction droite, Air France 1099.
Okay, everything's set. Brakes max. And oh, I didn't know I had that setting. Perfect. All right, finish this up. Spoilers to arm, flaps, takeoff, which is 1. And then we're going to go to the control. That's the fuel page. There we go. All right. Pitch 2.6 up. I think that's what we're supposed to be. It is. Okay, good. All right, let's just do our checks. And I do recommend you do this. So many people find out climbing. Oh my God, it's not connected to the computer, my controller. And now that they've gotten so fancy, you definitely want to make sure you're set and ready to go with them. Okay. And make sure it centers, rudder. Okay. One more.
François 71-16 vise entre poussage approuvé face au sud-ouest, QNH 1021.
Okay, nothing in the impeding the movements. All right, put that back, deselect. And cockpit doors closed, lock, flight controls checked, taxi ready to go.
François 42 Quebec Sierra, continue climb to flight level 190.
Approach Kuwaiti 183, ready to taxi for 9 right.
Kuwaiti 183 says squawk 1000.
Oh, sorry about that, totally forgot.
That's why I remind you.
1. Oh, wait. Kuwaiti 183 should be squawking 1000 now.
It is indeed Kuwaiti 183, taxi holding point Delta 3, runway 09, arrive by Alpha and Delta.
Alpha Delta, Delta 3 to the holding point for 9 right, Kuwaiti 183.
Air France 11, Kuwait, info, bravo, clearance de départ.
La station porte du call sign, c'est quoi?
Air France 11 08.
Air France 11 08, bonjour, information bravo en cours, la mise en route est approuvée, prévient départ Eric Sud, 6 hôtel, piste 08 gauche, montée initiale niveau 120, transpondeur 5706.
Eric Sud 6 hôtel, piste 08 gauche, initiale 120 5706.
C'est correct, Air France 11 08, appelez SAT et dans 1 minute. Bonjour, Air France 368 Victor, niveau 180, 110, avec bravo en devant. France 42 Quebec Sierra, for higher monitor advisory 122 days away, good evening.
Okay, bear with me, we're gonna stop for a second.
Identifié radar, moteur unité éco à l'arrivée, on est le 08 droite, descendez niveau 100. Moteur unité éco, descend niveau 100. Et 0 ILS 08 droite, 368 Victor. Air France 1099, descendez niveau 70. Descendez niveau 70, Air France 1099.
I may have missed my opportunity.
Bonsoir, Pakistan 28 Whiskey, you are identified, cleared Lordy 1.
Oh well, we did. Okay, no biggie.
Maintain flight level 140.
We're gonna enjoy the flight anyway. Go.
And we maintain the 140 for Pakistan 28 Whiskey.
Pakistan 28 Whiskey, runway 08 right is also available if you so wish.
We will stay with the 09 left. Thank you for Pakistan 28 Whiskey.
Roger.
De Gaulle approche. Bonsoir, France 34 Delta Bravo, on a l'information Bravo, on demande lieu pour Brest.
Air France 34 Delta Bravo, bien le bonsoir. La mise en route Brest approuvée, un départ l'Aigle 6 Hôtel. Piste 08 gauche, montée initiale niveau 100, transpondeur 1000.
Autorisé pour piste 08 gauche, l'Aigle 6 Hôtel, transpondeur 1000 et montée initiale niveau 100, Air France 34 Delta Bravo.
C'est correct, Air France 34 Delta Bravo, votre T7 à 40. Air France 11 Uniform Papa, from Sierra 6, cross runway 08 left. After crossing, taxi straight on Echo and hold short of taxiway Quebec.
Sierra 6, cross runway 08 left, then straight ahead on Echo, hold short Quebec, Air France 11 Uniform Papa.
Air France 10 prêt à la repousser.
Alpha 3.
Rappelez-moi le parking.
Echo 29.
Okay, got it.
08, mise en route repoussage après, face au sud, la ligne orange s'il vous plaît, QNH 1021.
QNH 1021, face sud, ligne orange, Air France 1008.
All right, Delta 3. Not Delta Dawn, Delta 3.
Air France 1099, poursuivez la descente vers 4000 pieds, QNH 1021, la vitesse 220 nœuds.
On poursuit 4000 pieds, QNH 1021 et on réduit 220 nœuds à France 99.
Hello. We are descending to flight level 160 and following Kappa 9 Whiskey standard arrival.
Bonsoir, Air France 152-9er. We are currently facing east. You're identified. Clear the Banox 1 Echo transition for the ILS runway 08 right. Descend flight level 130.
Descend flight level 130, we are identified, and back to 3 Echo transition for runway. Yeah, just back to 3 Echo transition.
Yeah, almost. That's the Banox 1 Echo.
Banox 1 Echo transition, Air France 152-9er.
4, and we're coming into it. It's just before the de-ice area.
Whiskey 2, Lima 4, prenez le temps de Whiskey 37, piste 07.
Tout droit, Whiskey 2 Lima 4 pour Whiskey 37 de la 07, français 7116.
Bonsoir, Corsair 782. You are clear to your destination by the Opal 2 Echo departure, runway 07. Initial climb, flight level 70. Caution, flight level 130, and squawk 5710. Corsair 782, read back is correct. Your TSAT is at time 1900. Air France 368 Bravo, dès que près descendez 4000 pieds, QNH 1021.
Mais c'est pour 368 Victor.
Oui, ça c'est ma dyslexie qui me reprend. Air France 368 Victor, dès que près descendez 4000 pieds, QNH 1021.
4000 pieds 1021 et vous confirmez, on prend la 08 droite.
Affirme si ça vous va. Hein.
On avait vu que c'était à 5000 donc.
Ouais, mais sur ATC c'est 4000, comme j'ai personne, je vous mets 4.
Allez, 4000.
Air France 1099, réduisez 200 nœuds, tournez à droite 4050, interceptez le lock, piste 08 droite.
Droite 050, on réduit 200 nœuds et on commence à interception du lock sur le code de Air France 1099.
Approach Kuwaiti 183, ready to go, 9 right, Delta 3.
Kuwaiti 183 from Delta Delta 3, line up runway 09, right and cleared for takeoff, wind 060 degrees 13 knots.
Okay, line up and wait, then cleared for takeoff. 9 right, Kuwaiti 183.
The Gaulle approach, bonsoir, La Rivière 582 heavy. Passing 9,500, descending to 5,000, inbound Bouno.
La Rivière 582, bonsoir, you're identifying, maintain flight level 900, continue on the, actually continue on present heading, that'll be radar vectors for the ILS approach, runway 08 right.
Continue on present heading on the arrival, on the approach, and waiting for vectors, La Rivière 582. And maintain 9,000 feet, La Rivière 582.
Thank you, Air France 368 Victor, réduisez 229.
229, 368 Victor.
Air France 1529, descendez niveau 70. Air France 1529er, descend flight level 70.
Air France 1529er, descend flight level 70.
Approach Kuwaiti 183, just confirming we are cleared for takeoff.
Kuwaiti 183, FM cleared for takeoff, runway 09er right, wind 060 degrees 13 knots.
Clear for takeoff, 09er right, Kuwaiti 183.
Soleil 71-16, whisky 37, alignez-vous piste 07, autorisé au décollage, les vents 0,50 degrés pour 13 nœuds. Pakistan 2A Whiskey, descend flight level 110.
Descend 110 from Pakistan to Whiskey.
Air France 368 Victor, tournez à gauche, cap 110, unité 0, autorisé à approcher.
Okay, there's 80.
Droite et la vitesse 180 nœuds, maxi jusqu'à 6.
Alors 110 c'est autorisé de 0 droite et 180 nœuds maxi. Et pour info, la vitesse d'approche ça sera à 127 nœuds.
D'accord, ok, super.
C'est long.
Bah ouais, c'est assez sérieux quoi.
V1.
Approach France 1 uniform.
Rotating.
ADO crashed, we should be back now. Welcome back Air France 1 uniform Papa, taxi second.
All right.
Left on Gulf Echo 1, your stand is Fox
Gear up.
0, good evening. Gulf Echo 1, Fox 80 actually was the one that we wanted to request, Air France 1 uniform Papa. I almost knew that.
Air France 108, tout m'embroche.
Air France 08, roulez à droite par Roméo pour attendre Tango 3, piste 08 gauche.
À droite, Roméo pour Tango 3, 08 gauche, Air France 108.
Air France 1099, vitesse libre, autorisé atterrissage, piste 08 droite, les vents 0,60 degrés 13 nœuds.
Autorisé d'atterrissage 08 droite et vitesse libre Air France 1099.
Air France 1529er, turn right heading 070 degrees, intercept the localizer 08 right.
Air France 1529er, turn right heading 070, intercept localizer runway 9er right.
Kuwaiti 183 identified, come to flight level 190.
Kuwaiti 183 is identified, up to flight level 190.
Pakistan 2A Whiskey, continue descent flight level 70.
Descend 70 from Pakistan to Whiskey.
Line 582, descent flight level 70, speed 280 knots.
Descend flight level 80. Sorry, say again.
Line 582, descend flight level 70, speed 250 knots.
Descend flight level 70, speed 250 knots, La Rivière 582.
Tous les proches, bonsoir Air France 334, on souhaiterait copier une 15 FR pour New York JFK avec information Bravo. Je vous rappelle. Air France 1529er, descend 4000 feet, 1021, clear down approach on the 08 right.
Air France 1529er, descend.
Okay, flaps are coming up.
QNH East 101 and clear to intercept localizer runway 09 right.
Your runway 08 right, sir.
runway 08 right, Air France 15 to 900.
Kuwaiti 183, turn right direct to Lapax.
All right, Kuwaiti 183, direct Lapac right turn. Direct.
Air France 108, on peut prendre Tango 6.
Okay, there's the right turn to Lapac. That cut off the quiet a bit.
On attend 08 gauche, Air France 108.
Transition.
182 jusqu'à 6, vous êtes numéro 2, 8 nautiques derrière la 319, les vents 0, 60 degrés 13 nœuds, piste 08 droite, autorise atterrissage.
180 jusqu'à 6, on atterrit 08 droite Air France 360 du nord.
François 71 16, identifié radar, tournez à la droite direct RXU. À droite direct RXU, François 71 16. Pakistan 2 Whiskey, descend 5,000 feet, QNH 1021.
5,000 feet and 1021 for Pakistan 2 Whiskey.
Okay, we're on our way. I hope you all enjoyed that. 200 feet a minute out of Inuit-Sick.
Right to 270 degrees, I can do 582.
Kuwaiti 183, proceed direct to Latra.
Kuwaiti 183 is direct Lima Alpha Papa Alpha X-ray.
I know that, and I'm asking you to go direct to Latra, Lima Alpha Tango Romeo Alpha.
Sounds so much alike. We'll head to Lima Alpha Tango Romeo Alpha, thanks.
I knew you'd like it. Air France 11 08, Delta 6 autorise de décollage, piste 08 gauche, niveau 0, 50 degrés pour 10 nœuds.
Autorisé de collage 08 gauche, Air France 108.
Latra. They sound so much alike. Oh, look at that turn. Wow, that put us even more cut off. Wow.
Air France 1529, you are number 2 behind the C series, 7 miles ahead, runway 08 right, clear to land, wind 060 degrees, 12 knots.
Okay, let's get the ground spoilers normaled.
You are indeed, you're number 2, 7 miles behind the C series, wind 060 degrees, 12 knots, runway 08 right, clear to land.
Air France 1529 and clear to land, we're number 2.
And these are the aircraft close enough by, and they'll be displayed if we have the range out enough. See, there's some.
Reduce speed to 20 knots.
Reduce speed to 220 knots, I can do 582. Air France 108, 1800.
Merci. Kuwaiti, François 762, request clearance to Porto. Kuwaiti 183 for higher, military advisory, goodbye.
Oh, Kuwaiti 183 over to advisory. Thanks, great ATC.
Take care.
And with that, we're out of Paris's airspace. We're on our way. We got one aircraft about 20 miles ahead of us. The rest are behind us, and we are off and running. I call this prime time. This is when the majority of the controllers may or may not be online. And Europe, they can stack up just like when we get to in our country, US. Starting at about 3 in the afternoon, running to about 9 or 10 at night, we get a plethora of controllers sometimes up. So we're cleared to advisory. So guess what that means? We're cleared to flight level 390. Transition levels in the U.S. are always 18,000. Pretty much all of North America. Mexico gets, you know, a little higher in some spots, but Canada and the U.S. are right on. Plus the territories of the U.S., Anchorage, Alaska, Hawaii, San Juan, Guam, I think even is. But over here in Europe, it's by country. And in some areas, sometimes by airport. So you really got to pay attention to that Airport Terminal Information Service, ATIS, to know what you're going to. You can do that. Many of the bigger airports on DATIS, if you have capability. Now, the one we have in the U.S. will not cover them. Actually, let me try something. Hang on. We'll go with that one. I was going to fly on Millennium, but I forgot to set the flight plan into the system so that it would pick it up, and I'm not going to go back through. I do have an appointment after 3 o'clock my time, so I need to, you know, be mindful of times. But I think we can get the flight in. Otherwise, we wouldn't have taken off. So currently looking at about 54 minutes. So yeah, I think we can do it. And the Terminator is coming across Europe as we speak. So Germany is definitely alive with ATC. It usually is. But so far, the south of France remains quiet, which is fine. If they come up, that's great too. So. Now, tomorrow, well, actually, yeah, it's kind of looking like what it does on a tomorrow, Monday. Yeah, it's pretty well loaded up with ATC from, say, Munich north. It'll fill in even more south as people free up and get on VATSIM and control. Europe gets pretty busy on Sundays, so we'll see how that works out for us. Like I said, we set the time in the sim. Oh, I just closed my charts program. You would hang on, I see we got a new visitor here. Stand by. Let me get my charts program refired up. Because that's just how I am. Sometimes accidentally hit the wrong X. Oh, Jew, JetX, welcome in. What's going on? Changed his name last night. Everything's going well. As Inuasic reports, he would explain the waning daylight. Oh, yes. We're seeing it actually less than you are there, Inuasic. But here in St. Louis, we've lost over an hour of daylight in the last, well, throughout the month of August, we'll lose over an hour. They're going to lose even more further north you go. So, yeah. Although, by the summer solstice, it's not too bad up there. Then you're trying to figure out, can we please have some dark? And they get a little bit twilighty, but beyond that, it's... I can't imagine that. It's hard to when you're here. Going from, let's see, when we were at the solstice here, we were I think at 12, just shy of 12 hours of sunlight, but no, I think we had more. But anyway, then it waned, and now we're heading to winter when it gets worse. Like everyone up north here, as we're rolling through some clouds. Oh, by the way, Inuasik, did you get a chance to see the full eclipse this week, or was it last week? By 3 hours. Wow. Jeez. Yeah, we're only down an hour. I think next month, I haven't seen the chart yet, but we're going to probably be close to an hour, maybe more, as we start pushing towards the equinox. But did you get a chance to see that eclipse last week or this week or 2 weeks ago? Because it's like the first time Europe's gotten to see a full eclipse. 40 years, I think I heard. 40, 50 years. And we've had 2 or 3 in the last 5 years here. And I'll tell you, the first one that happened here that hadn't been for quite a while, we traveled to a small airport south of us, as you just weren't traffic-wise getting any closer to where the full effect of it was, quote, quote. It was pretty full for me. I'll take it was full there. That was amazing. The funny banana-shaped leaf. Yeah, it's a trip. If you ever get the chance and you hear you have a full eclipse coming to your area, check it out. It is, just don't look directly at it, please. Save your eyeballs. But it is just an amazing thing to watch. We didn't go totally dark, nor do I think you're supposed to. But it's just so surreal for a couple of minutes. Like Inuit said, banana-shaped leaf shadows. He's not kidding on that one. It's just weird. And then we come out of it, and it transitions rather. It's just amazing how fast it happens. And then I had it at the airport once, and that was a trip. Because I didn't even know we were getting one, and all of a sudden I'm like, why is it getting dark and there's no clouds? And then I looked at the sun, I went, why is the sun only? And then I realized, oh my God, we got an eclipse. That or the Death Star was eclipsing the sun. You never know from Star Wars. That's no moon. Exactly. Oh, but yeah, they're a trip. I have to, oh. I still think for it to get fully covered, the amount of time that took is not the same for it to get away from the I think it's like in high speed. So maybe it's not the moon eclipsing the sun, as Inuasik alluded. The only thing missing were the TIE fighters. All right. Well, we're getting up to 36,000 right now. That traffic is 30 probably-ish miles off to our wing here, off our wing, and we're definitely not seeing a contrail. Let's try this. Now, I'm not going to report to X-Plane that I think this cloud deck is wrong. Because you know what? The next air flight I take, it'll look just like that. Oh, man. What a day. We've had some spectacular weather here in the St. Louis area for the last couple of days. Very unusual for August. I mean, I'll take it anytime, and only unusual in we don't stay below normal. By below normal, we're not talking drastic. We're only talking a couple of degrees below that average. But you knock that humidity out of it, oh, it actually becomes a little comfortable out there. So, got the yard mowed today. Granted, albeit about the size of many people's living room. Not much, but got that and some much needed weed eating done since we ran out of twine a couple weeks ago. Took a while to find some. And yeah, it's just been a nice Sunday. Got church ahead of me. That's what I got to be at a little after 3, and do some AV work with them, and then it's back to the delivery truck tomorrow. Oh well. Like everyone, I'll say it. The weekend just doesn't seem long enough. Oh man. The argument ensues on VATSIM. If you're not watching that little window, actually you may not, because it's actually right under the there's a little discussion. I was at the gate first. No, I was at the gate first. Just be like me and don't care, and all of a sudden, why is there an airplane moving? That's because I'm not going to sit here and argue who was first and who wasn't. Get over it. Just go. I don't argue that. I just do my thing, push back and go. All right, we are in cruise. Let me check in my checklist. Where are we on it? After takeoff. Okay, spoilers. Okay, we got all that taken care of. Lights are not off. Well, people need to know where I am. Seatbelts. Terrain on the ND required, and we can unlock the cockpit door if I want the people behind me in my face. No, they won't be. All right. And we're in cruise. Let's switch off here to airports. Turn that off for now. We should start picking up some returns here on the terrain radar. Over on the other, may or may not. We'll see what kind of weather pans out from earlier today. One of these days I'll get this route to be where I am. I don't know how to do that in AvTab. Oh, we got opposing traffic at 34. Possibly in range. Nope, not showing up here. All right, we're not seeing anything on the weather. Let's look at the VATSIM map. So TVF is going away from us. Easy going north. And switch into sectional. Yeah, we'll start getting some higher terrain here soon. Around the Lermont area. Oh, I know an airport I need to fly to here soon. I'll have to queue that up with the right airplane. Uh-oh. LFBB. Who are they? Bordeaux. Oh. What's your frequency again? Bordeaux 25105. 125 105.
5661. 56640432. Confirm 5661. 56610432.
Good evening, Bordeaux Control. Kuwaiti 183 with you, flight level 390.
Kuwaiti 183, Bordeaux, bonsoir, identified.
Copy, we're identified, Kuwaiti 183.
Bordeaux Control, good evening, Scuba 473 Delta, flight level 3402 Amelie. Step 473 Delta, Bordeaux, bonsoir, scope 5660. 5660, Scuba 473 Delta.
Easy Blue, 31 Romeo uniform, flight level 350.
Easy 31 Romeo uniform, Bordeaux, bonsoir, identified, cleared for the Limoges to Lima arrival.
Bordeaux Contrôle, bonsoir, Alpine 952 Bravo, en montée niveau 350, route Vanix.
Limoges to Lima arrival, easy to Romeo uniform.
Alpine 952 Bravo, Bordeaux, bonsoir, transpondeur 5673.
5673, Alpine 952 Bravo.
Control, maintenant 9462 inbound Miami.
999462, Bordeaux, bonsoir, scope 1000.
Scope 1000, maintenant 9462.
Bordeaux, bonsoir, Olivia to Bravo Juliet.
Right, we're 111 out.
Delta 2, Bravo Juliet, Bordeaux, bonsoir, descend level 180.
Descend 180 to Bravo Juliet. Bordeaux Contrôle, bonsoir, Air France 452, on passe le 130 pour le 140 de Manac.
Air France 452, Bordeaux, bonsoir, identifié, montée niveau 340.
On monte au niveau 340, Air France 450.
Okay. Anything yet? Nope.
Control, bonsoir, Airport 93, Zulu, Romeo, flight level 340.
Control 93, Zulu, Romeo, Bordeaux, bonsoir, identified.
Temperature 26 and
Border Control, good evening, Euroscott 33 Alpha Bravo, West U, flight level 370. Euroscott 33 Alpha Bravo, bordement soit en scope 1000.
All right, we're looking to need a 5,300 feet of runway. We'll approach at about 145, 141 for touchdown, and we'll put the numbers in over here. So it's 1016 for the QNH. 26. We'll go 000 diagonal 2. All right, ILS. 310.
With you at flight level 370.
Okay, so we're going to approach at 140. Like I said, 145 to 140, land at 135. All right.
971.
Bravo, identifié, montée vers niveau 350.
Niveau 350, Alpine 952 Bravo.
Okay, so we're flying the Nasser 8 Romeo arrival. From Nasser, we'll fly Zerbi, Dotig, Vedig, Amfo, Tibik to Mus. And we'll make these altitudes, 34,000, 32, work our way right on down. Head over to the ILS. All right, hopefully, there we go. All right, so across the top, they call this the briefing strip. There's actually a lot more information on this chart by the way they formatted it than you generally get. But across the top is all your frequencies to hear. Then your ILS 109.95, that will set automatically for us, but we'll verify. Final approach course 042, and 12.5 miles out, we need to be at 4,000 MSL, translates to 3,989 feet. 12 feet above sea level is the airport runways at 11. So we're right on, pretty close to right on the ocean. Let me rephrase that, right on the med. And here's some extra information like missed approach. Actually, this is missed approach. And DME's required. Transition 5,000 feet. Over here usually falls underneath our routing. And this is our altitude in case glide slopes out. Okay, so we're going to come off Mus, NDB, direct Delta 222 X-ray, and then work our way in. There's the 12.5 mile mark, 4,000 feet MSL, and we should be at that altitude and beginning down the glide slope. All right, if we go missed, you can follow the routing. We're going to basically intercept the 116-degree radial off of Nice VOR out to Neras, which is 30 miles south of the field, and do a dog into it and then hold. Kaharia, welcome aboard, welcome in Raiders, welcome aboard to Flying with Mike. We are en route to Nice in France, the south of France, and some people like to call it nice. It's a nice place to go. I think we'll go with that. Now, I'm kind of curious how we're going to do this in flight, go around this marker. Just kidding. But yeah. But anyway, we'll procedure turn back and enter right turns at the hold point. When they clear us back, that's going to be our routing back.
62 Tango Juliet cleared Manac 1 Charlie arrival.
Last but not least, the most important thing probably on this chart is what do we have to do weather-wise to be able to land here? We need at least...
Cleared Manac 1 Charlie arrival. Manac 1 Charlie arrival.
We need the METAR to be above, technically 400 feet, broken or overcast. Why? You will not get an METAR at 310. So you could come down, and if you break out, see the runway, give them a high rep, and they should update. Also, for our landing, we are a Delta performance type aircraft with our approach speed. We need 1,400 meters or more visibility. So everything's good weather-wise for this approach. Pulling it up right now, 080 at 20, or at 20, at 2. It's clear skies, visibility okay. All right, let's get to work. I hate autocorrect. What is the waypoint? Yeah, so when we do our mist, at about 25 miles out, I'll swing to the left a little bit, then swing right back so we go around that. I could see the control. What are you doing, Kuwaiti? I'm going around this like it says on the chart. Let's see, they better not be. All right, Kuwaiti 183, over to advisory. Have a great night. What's going on here? Why'd that die on me? Oh, there it goes. Over to advisory already. Wow. All right, we're back on advisory. But yeah, I could just see that controller. Why did you go around that? Yeah. Uh-huh. All right, top of descent is showing up just past about 40 miles. Let's dial in a little here, about 20 miles, and get ready to land at Nice in France. The south of France. Oh, let's go over here. Anything showing up? No, not on the terrain. I was kind of hoping the terrain would show up a little better over there, but it seems to not want to. Okay, let's see. Where art thou? We are coming into Letum. Actually, Liquid is ahead of us. Letum, and then we'll begin thinking about our descent as we enter the arrival. First fix, Nisar, we need to be 34,000 feet or lower. And then stair step our way down. We'll be going through some higher terrain, 13,000 foot to be exact, getting down there, minimum height for us to be at. But so we'll definitely see some things, as in you can start seeing them right now. Here, let me do this. Swing over here. And swing over here. You can start seeing the French Alps, southern end of them right here. We're headed for them. but we're going to kind of just touch them basically as we begin our descent. Wow. And again, it is below, so that's why you're not seeing it at 34, 32, and so forth going down. It's at or below, and we're going to come across Nisar at or right around the 29,000 foot mark-ish. So let's go ahead, dial in. Where's our first solid altitude? We don't really have one. Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to call 16,000 that. Okay, we are starting down. All right, descent checks. All right, so altitude ATIS has been checked. METAR has been checked. Well, actually, ATIS kind of, sort of. McDo performance set. Decision altitude set. Star entered. Landing elevation. That would be on this one, and that's what we're looking for, the word auto. And monitor. Now, I'm going to... let's see, we passed LATAM, so we'll click here. Access our wind data and update. Okay. Also gonna, I think it's this one. No, this one. ATSU. AOC. Weather. I didn't put it anywhere. Doggone it. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Let's go look at the message. Isu. All right. Here we go. Again, 0105. Clear visibility. Okay, so we do need to update. Okay, temperature, let's just do everything. 0, 1, 0, diagonal, 5. Okay, transition's still good. Temperature now 25. And 1017. No change in speeds. All right. All right, we have initiated a good out descent, so let's put the people back in their chairs. As we proceed into the French Alps. Oh, what center was that? Didn't ping me, I guess. Lyon? Oh, that's an approach. Like I said, the later we get here, the more ATC comes alive. And that's kind of why I chose it. Our normal flight time kind of keeps us away from ATC. Saturdays between 7 or 9 o'clock, we'll crank up a stream. And even Europe is kind of quiet then. I mean, yeah, they're awake, but they're out doing what we do here in the States, Saturday, late morning or afternoon, So, can't fault them. What is that all about? What the heck is that? I have no idea what that symbol's for. Maybe stay away. But again, welcome aboard, Raiders. I didn't give you a full introduction of who I am flying with Mike. Been in the flight sim world roughly 26 years, give or take. Mostly, I could be more. Been flying mostly the Microsoft products up until the year 2020, the famous COVID year, and switched over to X-Plane and not going back. So I've enjoyed. I've been on VATSIM most of the time, SATCO before VATSIM. And I also have a private pilot's license with about 300 hours on it. Unfortunately, I really have not flown a real small plane since about 1985. So, yeah, I just showed my age. But anyway, I enjoy flying. I enjoy, I didn't know how much, if I would like streaming or not, but, it's not bad talking with y'all. I learn a lot of things from you all, and I hope I'm able to impart some stuff to you. Like I said, I was only a private pilot, so I never got my instrument or commercial ticket, let alone the ATP and multi. So, but I do have 1 or 2 hours multi time with the lady that ran the Aero Club I was with. We needed to ferry a twin engine aircraft somewhere, and I got 1 or 2 hours of flying it. Didn't get into any procedural stuff and all with it, but kind of wish we did. But it was a fun flight in the Seminole. So anyway, glad to have you aboard. If you're new, and if you haven't done so already, love for you to hit that follow button. So you know when we go live. A lot of times we fly in the US. And like I said, Saturday, 7 to 9 o'clock US Central Time. That's when I try to get up in the air and fly. Sometimes I may have to push it up. You know how life is. But that's when we generally fly. But if you follow the channel when we go live, you'll get an email notification. So, but again, thank you, Kaharia. We much appreciate it. By the way, long time no talk to you, man. Welcome aboard. All right. Well, we can't talk, but I am, you know what I am going to do is that. All right, we're through 23,000, headed down to 16,000. We'll be amending that here shortly as I figure out what is a good hard altitude to end at for the approach. I think it's going to be 4,000 feet, but we'll see. All right, let's start in a little bit more into the approach. Auto brake, we are going to use medium on this 8,500 foot runway, I believe it is. 8,600 foot, 8,622. So we'll also get the, hopefully remember to get the brake fans on prior to landing. See how we're doing on the Nissar. Okay, 24,000 to 20,000 by Vetic. Let's see if we're going to actually pull up like we're supposed to. Looks like we will. And that's why you can set it. RNAV approaches are great in this plane. Oh man, I was really thinking about flying one, but it's not like some of them here in the States, and I know you have them in Europe. I just really haven't found many of them. The RNIPs, they're just amazing to fly, the RNIPs. And so yeah, we're coming in for the ILS runway 4 left. Oh, and it's the Yankee procedure. All right, brakes are set. Descent we're monitoring. Approach briefing completed earlier, and we're just working our way down. Transition level 5,000. I don't think we have anyone online. So far, so good. Now, if we were on IVAO, we would, but we're not. So, continuing into a nice place. It's along the Med, so it's got to be nice. And the fact they ordered up an A330-900 with 300, how many people did we pack into this thing? 341 people. Yeah, a lot of people want to go down to the Med. I've heard a lot of nice things about it. All right. Next up. Okay, we're starting to get clear of the French Alps. So I am going to set 8,000. Okay, 8,000 set. And then we'll run off Moose, which is actually Nice's NDB, so non-directional beacon. I personally don't like those things. You really, I mean, they're not a hard gauge. They were just a hard gauge for me to stay on course. Because basically, just because it's pointing straight ahead does not mean you're going straight ahead. You could actually almost do a 180 if you were to do that back to it. Because of the winds. It doesn't factor wind in. It just tells you the beacon. Well, let me see if I have an RMI easy to show. Nope, not really. Well, yeah, kind of. You see how the arrow here is pointing straight ahead? That's all it does, is point to the beacon, wherever it is. You got to correct for the wind. And I always screwed that part up. VOR, on the other hand, when you set the course, it will compensate, let you know that course deviation indicator, how you're doing towards it, and you will continue straight to it instead of potentially coming at it at an angle, maybe even right at it 90 degrees. So give me the VOR anytime over NDB. Unfortunately, that's where aviation started, was the beacon NDBs, otherwise known as ADFs. So automatic direction finders. On the airplane, they would have been that hoop looking thing, and they would tune it to where they needed to go. And believe me, crossing oceans and all with an NDB only, well, they would put them on ships and they would be positioned to help them in their navigation. It was an amazing thing before the VORs and all came out. And then the INS just made it even that much more safe in the air. All right, Typics will be slowing to 250. Okay, we got the auto brakes set. I'm going to go ahead and, oh, we're almost to 250 as it is. Oh, we are at 250, come to looking at it closer. All righty, so we're ready, looking for the ILS to come up. We'll look at Navrad here in a minute. Should come up reading 109.95 front course, or the course for your final approach course of 042. So we'll see how all of that comes together. Okay, 12,000 coming up. And then from Moose NDB, we dropped to 4,000 and head on in. Hope you're enjoying. We're about 10 minutes out. Again, exclamation mark the word predict, space, and a negative number if you want to just throw your number in a hat. That's really all it is. No, nothing to coming out of it. nice thing about Airbus, you could literally leave it like this. We'll put her in approach here as information becomes available. We don't have the ILS yet being picked up. Once it is, and we have all, you know, the localizer here, glide slope here, you'll be able to hit approach and it'll just work its magic. And they take a lot off so the pilot can manage whatever comes up. Okay, let's we're dropping now to 8,000. The tricky part though when you do that is to me it feels like the real airplanes have a more advantage of slowing from 250 to approach than the flight sim. I don't care which one you fly. I've always run into this thing will not slow. Until my flight from Houston to St. Louis and actually St. Louis to Houston, where they were using literally the speed brakes. I would say they had flaps 10 or 15 out on those 737s trying to get them slowed up. Not going to say we landed really fast because we might have into St. Louis. I don't know. I'm not in the cockpit. It just felt like we did, but that doesn't mean anything. Okay, we're not dropping fast enough, so let me give it a chance. Give it a chance. Come on, Captain. Okay, the lights are on. But is anyone home? Oh, that's because of above. Let's get her down to 4,000. Now some speed brakes. Okay, hang on. I'm not seeing ILS information yet, so we'll go to RadNav. NI 10995. And there's our front course. So why aren't we seeing it yet? Must not be in tight enough. It's going to be one of these. All right, we're slowing to green dot, and then we'll start applying flaps. You ever get the feeling you're gonna oh, I know why we're not. You gotta push LS, dummy. Constraints. LS. Constraints. Okay, I would really love for the glide slope to become active. And again, you can't move the throttles. We didn't talk about that. The throttles have different positions in the Airbus. And you just set it and climb. Let me just kind of zoom in on it. In CL, you got flex, and then you have toga. You just set it there, and it does it for you. It's, I know, weird that you can't, you know, up and down it, up and down. Oh, there's the glide slope coming. Okay. And we are, what was it again? 10. Okay, we'll set 1017. Okay, that little outcrop here, then water, the runway will be out here. And we are now trying to slow the beastie down. Okay, 180. Flaps 3. Okay, I got the runway in sight. All right, Nice traffic, Kuwaiti 183, approximately 10-mile final, 4 left on the ILS. Okay, spoilers armed, gear 3 green. Cabin will be notified. Let's go ahead and notify them. Okay, here we come. See what I mean? How it can be a beastie to get slowed. But we're slowing pretty good. And we're still 8 miles out. All right, we're going to try this one more time. We did this one other time.
$2,500.
Yeah, I don't like it. I think I'm too close to it, that's why.
$2,000.
All right, there we are at approach. Flaps full, landing gear down, 3 green, spoilers armed, brakes set. 05455-ish at 4, so not bad, right down the runway. Again, don't touch the throttle till 100 feet or lower. Let the airplane take care of that. I mean, you can touch it, just don't move it. It's not like a Boeing where you're on the throttles. Actually, I could have flown it down a lot lower. Okay. Compensating here a little bit. Got a little bit above glide path. All right, Nice traffic, Kuwaiti 183, approximately 2.5 miles out, 4 left. Okay, we are now 500 feet, getting a little high.
500.
There we go.
100 above. 400. Minimum. 300.
Landing stable.
$200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Okay, there's 80. We're going to come off. Wait, are we on 4 right? No, we were left. We got a high speed. Oh, we're on Echo Gulf. And Nice traffic, Kuwaiti 183 off Echo Gulf to the terminal. Okay, let's get this bird cleaned up. All right, let's figure out where we're going to park the beastie. Let's see. This, by the way, is one of those airports that X-Plane updated, Laminar. By that I mean they increased the level of detail here. And We got Barnborough coming whenever 4.4 comes out, and whichever beta is associated to it. And then, hate to say this to you guys that and gals that have JFK, they're going to be updating it for 2.5. We'll see. Dubai, what a beautiful airport they did there. That was another one, along with Salzburg in Austria. So, yeah, they do a really good job. All right, so we got Swiss Air in the gate.
Traffic down 1 Tango, pushing back on Tango, please. All right, parking brakes set. We're in the blocks. Brakes are still a little warm. That's okay. Flaps are 0 and spoilers are down. APU's up and running. Hang on, I barely see what I'm trying to do here. All right, transponder is on standby. We'll turn this off.
Oh, what am I looking for? Come on, Mike, think through. There we go. Think through it. All right. Let's shut down. We got one engine shutting down now. Get the bleed air on. Sorry, it just really irks me how that just takes up some space there. All right, and beacon. Chocks 1 and 2. Give you a little view of what they've done. They really did a great job with this airport. Granted, I didn't really see it prior, but I think they did a magnificent job, and it comes, you know, with the X-Plane 12. So I hope you enjoyed the flight. It was fun. Here comes the next loader to come into play. I love how they drive through. See, you put a driver in it, maybe they'll miss things. Yeah, not in a flight sim. So, anyway, welcome to Nice, south of France. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that overlay real quick at the top. All right, let's take a look. Since we did not fly with a virtual airline, we're in 48A, confirm. And let's bring Elevatech in. That's about the only way we can gauge how we did. All right, there's the flight. You can see it's a long run in ILS, which is fine. Awesome. All right, so there you see it. We landed, let's see, I think that's 1,000. I don't know how their markers are set, but it looks like 1,500 feet or so down the runway, 272 feet a minute at 140 knots. I'm going to say that was a really good landing, especially since we have had some issues of late with it, and looks like we're slowly working them out. Not to say the next flight will be smack bang. Oh, where'd all the landing gear go? 1.23 on the G's. So, but yeah, great time. I hope y'all enjoyed. Well, folks, that's going to be a wrap here as Swiss Air taxis out and we unload here at Nice. So our next flight is scheduled to occur come this upcoming Saturday, 29, I believe, August. I haven't determined yet what time. We'll get that in Discord here later, but it'll be somewhere between 7 and 9 o'clock Central Daylight Time over in the U.S. Had a great time here in Europe. Great controllers, both Paris and Bordeaux. Great job, guys. Appreciate it. And sorry if I got things turned around there, but I appreciate you up here all the time. So, sometimes, well, actually, there are some planes that a hatch does open up on the top for the gear struts. I can't remember. It's a military plane, too, I think. So, there is a plane out there. What was it? I saw it. Oh, where the gear, when it's down, actually, is it the C5, I think, or C17, you can see them. And they're up by the fuselage. I thought I saw one on the wing in USIC. I can't place it. It's that's normal, by the way. Oh, what airplane? But some of the U.S. military cargo planes, the gear actually does stick up out of their top of their where they stow. So we'll see you on the next flight, folks. Hey, I got to get going. It's great having y'all aboard. Thank you, Inuasik, for the 100 biddies. Love it. Kaharia, thank you for that raid, and welcome aboard, Raiders. Hey, if y'all haven't gone in yet and hit the follow button, love for you to be a part of the family here. That way you'll know when we set up for our next, or when our next stream goes live. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you on that next stream. God bless you. And as Inuit6 says, cheers and blue skies. Be kind, be safe, and we'll see you on the next one. God bless.